Hello and welcome to Ulster University. My name is Frances Devine and I am the Programme Director for the postgraduate master's level programmes in the Department of Hospitality and Tourism Management. We are based on the Belfast campus. You're all very welcome today. If you are seeking to advance your studies or to refocus your career, or perhaps a chance of upskilling for advancement or progression in your workplace, and indeed if you are passionate about meeting and interacting with others and with other people, hospitality, tourism, event management is the ideal postgraduate master's level programme for you. We have two programmes on offer for you. One is called the MSc in International Tourism and Hospitality Management, and the second one is the MSc International Event Management. Each of these programs come with an advanced practice pathway, so you may choose to work for 12 weeks as an internship or for a placement in industry. Our expectation is to help you to develop as future leaders. If you wish to refocus or to change your career, this can be a very exciting sector for you. If you wish to gain the knowledge needed to operate across our industry base, including events, cruise liners, airlines, tour operators within hospitality, hotels, this is certainly the programs for you. We will help and strive to guide you through a range of management, leadership and technological skills on the programme. And this will help you to meet the dynamic growth of the industry as it is evolving. We are open to graduates from non-cognate backgrounds, so we do welcome any discipline at an undergraduate level. At the moment, we have some nurses that have moved over into the industry sector, those that may have done an undergraduate in finance. Someone has come in from law from Queen's University. We have English undergraduate students and those studying geography and history. We do like you to have the entry criterion of at least a 2-2 at honours level. And with me today, I have a current student called Miss Niamh Thornton. So Niamh is going to give her overview and her experiences while she is a current student on the MSc International Event Management. Hospitality, tourism, events is very much a resilient, it's a very global sector. Indeed, it is fueled by the human desire to meet others for those experiences. There is a wonderful breadth of opportunities. Now, there's no doubt about it. In 2019, that was the height of the growth prior to the pandemic, prior to COVID. But currently, there is 1.5 billion international tourists. 1 in 9 jobs across the world are based within tourism and hospitality. We have a wonderful growth rate at the moment. 2022 recorded a 66% increase, and 2024 promises even to close that gap even further. It is a key driver for economic growth. And apart from being a contributor to the world economy, it boosts many locations, many destinations throughout the world. It is one of those reasons why planners and developers and organisations and local governments love to promote international tourism, especially in developing countries. So there's a wide breadth of opportunities. We cater for food producers. Food retail is also included within hospitality. New models of doing business and innovation, ordering, delivery, pickups, and then indeed we always try to refocus our financial and our sustainable issues and matters going forward into the future. And indeed, at the moment, there is a very big drive on increasing our domestic tourism. So between our golfing tourism market, international film tourism, local food markets, local farmers markets, so seaside resorts between rural and our urban communities, we have some wonderful growth potential. Excuse me. So why study in the Department of Hospitality and Tourism? We are very professional in our approach. We're very versatile, transferable sector. We have a wonderful choice for you to travel in the future with amazing career opportunities. Between tourism, tour operators, you can go into the airlines industry versus hospitality and hotels. And many for hospitality and hotels are actually looking for the event planner today to lead up their conferencing and their banqueting suites. And indeed, even to work as a freelance project developer in the future. We are one of the oldest of its kind in the UK. We are ranked #2 in the UK for hospitality, events, management and tourism, and that is coming to you from the Guardian University Guide 2024. We have long established traditions, over 50 years working with different partners in the industry sector for placement, internships and indeed for work experience. Belfast campus is a wonderful new state-of-the-art building with the finest resources for the student. And all of our industry bodies, they love to come into us from time to time for different master classes to the student. We have a chef at the moment called Tom O'Neill from our local Kopi restaurant and at St Anne's quarters. And the likes of Tom comes in and delivers a master class on cookery demonstrations and expertise to our students. Tourism Northern Ireland and Visit Belfast are also offering ongoing projects on sustainability, and indeed would come in and would connect with our students and offer students that opportunity to lead a project while they're even ongoing with their studies. So the quality of our teaching is recognised as being, we are highly active in research, we are active and well-informed staff when it comes to event planning, policy issues as planners, cultural heritage tourism, and indeed also within cultural awareness in the workplace and with the international base now of our customer and our clients. The majority of our staff are recognised and accredited through the Higher Education Academy. And we work very closely with the like of our Hastings Homegrown Hotel Group, the Galgorm Group, the McKeever Group, Visit Belfast. And as I say, they very much come into us as guest speakers and showcase and deliver to our students, giving them that extra weight on the practicalities of our industry operations. Now, down to what our programmes mean to you. We do have 2 periods of entry, September and January each year. They are block delivered over 3 consecutive days from 9 to 5 o'clock usually. Normally we go with the Wednesday, Thursday and the Friday. So having this block delivery, students have told us in the past that it works very easily to help negotiate with the employer to find time out of work. I've mentioned the advanced practice. It's a 12-week duration, and we help connect you and set up those interviews with the industry. All of our modules are 100% coursework elements. There's no examinations. There's normally 2 pieces of coursework. It could be a case study approach, reports, an essay, peer assessment, working with teams. There are 6 modules in total, each weighting to 20 credits. And then once you complete and are successful in those 6 modules, you will then take on the dissertation for the master's level. It's a direct application. There's no official closing date, but as early in September as possible, please do check for confirmation. We do recognise a welcome week, and that comes in and around the 16th to the 18th of September. Now, if I start into the first of our programmes, the MSc in International Tourism and Hospitality Management. We have two key or 2 core modules there. One is called Tourism and Hospitality Principles and Practices, and the other is Contemporary Issues in Tourism and Hospitality. So the first one there, Tourism and Hospitality Principles, that provides the students with an understanding, indeed, of the key concepts, the structures of both industry sectors, and how they have been operationalised, if you like, with plenty of good practice and industry practitioners coming in to talk to you. The contemporary issues in hospitality management offers you the opportunity to explore a wide range of current issues that are relevant to tourism and hospitality. This will help shape your thinking and provide you with a clear application on the value of both sectors moving into the future. Marketing perhaps explains itself. So we look at strategic marketing. So these are the four operational modules then, if you'd like, that are core to the program. So strategic management explores and examines, it will imply the key concepts, the key theories of marketing, if you'd like, but very specific to hospitality and tourism. We'll cover issues like the marketing mix, strategy formulation, decision-making in marketing, and then being able to evaluate a marketing program or plan for a company of your choice. The Managing and Leading People module examines the key concepts of management. We look at leadership with specific reference to your role as a line manager and the need for effective leadership. If I look at the business module will examine all of those practical issues surrounding business sustainability. It will give you some credence and some ideas on developing some creativity around some nice niche markets, if you'd like. A case study approach is usually used to help you to explore through different industry examples. And then, of course, the research methods, the sixth module, that will help you to develop your research design, your skills when it comes to the philosophical and all of the ethical issues around doing research. And indeed, that sets you up very nicely when it comes to planning for your dissertation for your master's level. Hospitality and tourism has a wonderful wide range of career opportunities. We have a young lady at the moment, a past student, and she leads up the events team in Buckingham Palace over in England. So again, she always comes back to us for a few talks. We have a young lady with Tourism Ireland out in America, out in New York. Some of our past students work with Whitbread, setting up their marketing basis, and indeed even within expedia.co.uk, looking at different digital technologies. And then, of course, we've got a wonderful variety of local home-based organisations that you can decide to work for. But definitely a nice international scope for you moving further afield. Now, if I move to the MSc in International Event Management, you'll notice there that we have the same four generic modules: strategic marketing, managing and leading people, business sustainability and innovation, and research methods. And indeed, both programs, the students on both those programs will come together for those four modules. The two specific industry-based modules for this program, one is called event management and the other is critical event studies. So they will run parallel to the other two industry-specific modules on the other program at the same time. So event management, this will introduce students to the events industry, to the nature, to the scope, and indeed it will help you in that planning process for an event. It will give you the skills and the guidance of how to plan, manage, execute, and evaluate that event. Critical event studies then will present you with an opportunity to examine all of the practicalities on the impact that events have on a location of choice. You'll look at the external environment. It could be the political arena, the economic, perhaps looking at how events can bring social cohesion to local communities, and we have expertise and a lot of research within our staff base that share the research within the content of those modules. Career opportunities. We have students working for the Glastonbury Festival's Oxygen. When we had the commencement of the Giro d'Italia, when that came to Northern Ireland, a lot of our students worked for that. They were able to pick up a second language, of course, of Italian and Spanish, and our hospitality industry just loved having that student base for the commencement of those different large-scale events that come. The likes of the Tall Ships Awards. We even have some students working for Culture Day and Night within Belfast, and of course with our Open Golf Championships coming to Northern Ireland as well. So we have a wonderful variety of opportunities there. And once again, international or being able to stay at home domestically. So what do our students say about us? Jessica, Louisa and Caitlin are past students. If I just pick Louisa there, each of the modules on offer were an academic approach, combines the modern worldwide scenarios. And Louisa was a student from Colombia, and she completed a wonderful project looking at peace and reconciliation in Northern Ireland and bringing lessons back to Colombia, to her hometown. And she actually set up a peace cafe, if you'd like, back in Colombia, and it was a wonderful experience there for her. Now, I'm going to pass you over to a current student. This is Niamh Thornton, and Niamh is just going to give you an overview on her experiences and what her aspirations are for the future. So over to you, Niamh. Thank you.
Thank you, Frances. So when I came into the course, my background was originally in international business with French, from Queen's, if anyone recognises the background in the photo. But this programme covered a broad range of business subjects, which gave me great groundwork for studying this programme. And it also gave me the opportunity to study abroad in Brussels, in Belgium, which is where I discovered my passion for events and for planning events and being part of creating a memorable experience for others. This course has been brilliant because, as Frances mentioned, we have visitors coming in from local businesses. A good few of those are past students, so they know exactly where you have been, where you are now, and they're great pillars of opportunity for the future because they've been through it and they're able to say, look, this is what I'm doing now. I love my job. That is the one thing that all of our guest speakers have said so far. I love my job, and it's because that they did this program that they have their job. But so far, I have been working part-time alongside my studies. So I work in a restaurant, so I'm very familiar with the hospitality business. But this program, in mixing the events program with the hospitality and tourism management, is really great because it's different opinions and mixing with others who have maybe more experience than yourself, and they're bringing in their knowledge and understanding, and everyone just really gets along. And it's brilliant from the fact that you're learning from international students, they're learning from us. But at the minute, block teaching is a great way for accommodating studying and part-time work and family commitments, because if it wasn't done in a block, it would be very difficult to manage. The other thing that is very important, which was one of the things that I was very concerned about when I was starting, was how I want to do a master's, but I don't even know where to start. So I watched this video a year ago, and it explains so much, and I was able to then go to student finance and say, look, I want to do a master's. Is there any help for me? And as a Northern Irish home student, I'm entitled to 2 years of funding, and it has covered majority of the fees. But I'm very, very lucky that my parents are fortunate enough to be able to support me in my studies and in paying the fees. But in the future, I am not so sure what I would like to do yet. My priority at the minute is finishing the master's. And I think I'm going to take some time out to travel, explore, do the international bit of the degree, before hopefully coming back home and finding a job working with international delegates and conferences and conventions in our beautiful Belfast. So
Niamh, that is fabulous. Thank you so much for talking us through that. And as Niamh has just alluded to there, she is a fabulous student, a wonderful ambassador for our programme. And yes, you do, because it's block delivered, you can certainly pick up a little part-time job, and especially if you don't have the pocket or the bank of mum and dad. So you can do all of that to run alongside it. It's just to make you aware that, you know, if you do come onto the programme, we would love you to be able to embrace all of the networking opportunities that we have. Our student cohort is very diverse. We have also a lot of international students. It is a wonderful mix in the classroom to network and to be able to adapt to different cultures. I would just like to make you aware that at the moment we are undergoing what is called a revalidation, and we do this for our programs every 4 to 5 years. So it's to make you aware, as of now, it will be September 2025, and during that time, for that new year, for 25-26, a lot of our modules may change, titles may change, but the exact module availability and the order will obviously depend on how we revalidate those programs. But I will keep you up to date. And the good news is for 24-25, we're staying on the schedule that we have at the moment with those modules that I've just explained a few moments ago. Revalidation is always a good thing. We always make those continuous improvements, working with industry and indeed having focus groups with our current and our past student base to make continuous improvements as we move forward. So if you would like to get in touch, and if you're interested in the MSc in Tourism and Hospitality Management, or indeed you might like to choose the MSc in International Event Management. So my name is Frances, so F for Frances, the G is for Geraldine, .devine@ulster.ac.uk, and you have my phone number there if you would like to reach out and be in touch. Okay, so thank you very much for listening, and I look forward to viewing some applications in the future. Thank you.